Hi guys, it's Angelia. How's everybody doing? It's been a little while, hasn't it? It's been almost 2 weeks. I got to looking at my last video and I thought, oh wow, I haven't made a video in a little while, but I thought I'd get up here and do maybe a chat video and work on my Valentine blanket that I'm making for my bed. I don't think I like a whole lot. I actually laid it up there the other day and counted how many more rows that I thought I needed, which I don't know, every time I think I need just 9 more, it seems like it grows 9 more after that. And I got a whole load of laundry laying on it right now, and I don't feel like folding it and putting it away, so I'm just going to go ahead and put some rows in. I know it needs some. And so I thought I'd sit on the floor and work on it a little bit. I'm feeling kind of anxious today for some reason, and I think it's because we are getting some nice weather. And it gets, yesterday it was in the 50s, and I think the rest of this week, which is today's Monday, I think it's the 27th, I think, and we're supposed to be like in the 50s all week. One day I think in the 60s, and I'm excited about that. I can't wait. And I think I'm getting spring fever because I've been outside working and messing around a little bit in the yard and as much as I can, and all that. So that kind of gets me anxious to going and everything. But before I continue on, if you haven't noticed, I'll see if I can point it out here. You see my new fur baby? We have a new family member here, and I don't know if she's going to look here. Her name is Jinx. My grandkids named her, and they're the ones that actually found her. And so me and hubby, I think we've had her, how many days have we had her now? 4, maybe 5. I'm thinking that's how long, but anyway, she's fitting in now. And when we first got her, my other fur babies were absolutely petrified of her. And you wouldn't think that because Woody is a big old boy, but whenever she came into the house, they ran and hid and were hissing at her and wouldn't have nothing to do with her. And so, but a couple of days they started coming around. Basically the next day Woody started coming around, but Luna, she's still the one that likes to keep her distance a little bit. But this one here, Jinx and Woody, they like to play on the new little cat tower that I got them the other day. I've been asking hubby if he would make me one. I've asked him a couple of years ago, matter of fact, and I thought it'd just be quicker to go and buy one. So I finally broke down and got me one. But anyway, she is a sweet little girl, and I don't know really how old she is. We were thinking maybe a little over 2 months. Now, when we first got her, when they found her, they thought maybe she had a little bit of a cold, and so we got some antibiotics for her. But I'm beginning to think she has some kind of allergies. You know, I guess cats can get asthma, from what I understand. So we're going to take her to the vet this week and have her checked out. I need to get her first set of shots that you get for kittens, but I kind of wanted her to get. She don't act bad or nothing. I mean, she's playful as ever. I mean, boy howdy, she gets rambunctious sometimes. and she will growl at you too. Let me tell you, she don't like to be picked up unless it's her idea. Hubby will pick her up and she'll just start growling like a dog, and I'm like, okay, it's time to put her down, I guess. But if she wants to be picked up, what she does is kind of throw herself on the floor at your feet and just kind of roll around, and then you can reach down there and pick her up. But boy, if you pick her up other than that, she'll let you know. But anyway, we're going to take her and see if what it could be, other than, hopefully it's nothing or anything. But we have a very good vet. So, but she's a sweetheart, and she's claiming my chair now. She was sleeping on the couch, and so now she comes over here and gets on the chair. I thought for sure when I sat on the floor she would come over here and play with the crochet, because last night when I was working on something that had a lot of ends, she was playing with it. But anyway, I'm going to be working on my what's this called, Granny Stitch Ripple Blanket, I think it's what it's called, and it's by Hook by Robin, and she does have a video tutorial on it. And I am using my 5mm hook, and I'm glad I write this stuff down, because whenever I went to go pick it up, I couldn't remember what size of hook I was using. So I'm getting better about writing things down. But yeah, I don't like a whole lot on it, and I think it's turning out really pretty. I love the colors that are in it. And But I'm actually out of this pink right here, which I don't know. I know it's a Red Heart Super Saver, and I might have mentioned what the colorway was in my last video. But I don't have any more out of it, and I ran out, and I don't really feel like going to Walmart and getting another skein. So I got this scrap ball that I have here, which I do have a bigger skein of this in my craft room, and I'm just going to add that. I mean, you really can't tell that much of a difference in it unless you put it right up to it. It's just a little bit darker, and I'm going to put it up against this variegated purple here, which is color block, I don't even know, Iris, what is that, bouquet? But anyhow, it makes a pretty scarf, but our Walmart don't carry it anymore, and I don't even know if I can get it at any other Walmart. But anyway, I think it's pretty. So I do actually have, I think, one more skein of this. So we're going to be putting in this pink. I kind of was hesitant about putting in the pink right next to it because I thought it might kind of blend in too much. But I think it'll be okay. And so, anyhow, yeah, we're supposed to have some really nice weather, and I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to get outside and do a little bit more yard work. And, you know, I mean, I don't do a whole lot. I don't mess with the leaves or anything because I know there's little critters that are hibernating underneath them and stuff like that. And so I just leave them alone. But I just want to get out there and mess around with my flowers. I'm anxious to see how they do. You know, some of them, like I said in one of my other videos, I've never had some of them before, and I'm anxious to see if they made it. I'm kind of worried about my roses that I have in the front now. They were looking so good, and then I remember talking about it with you guys, and then it seemed like the next day something got in my yard and ate the leaves and everything off of it. And I think it was a deer, because when we got all that snow, I seen the deer prints and stuff like that. So I was like, okay. So I got deer that are like right here, which they do come right up to my back porch, which is crazy. And this morning I was trying to count the squirrels. I got up to 14, and finally I said, okay, I think I'm not going to be able to do this, because I could see some back in the very back there running around, and I lost count. So, but yeah, I think the deer got a hold of them, and I'm anxious to see. I guess they were doing some pruning on them for me. I'll take that ball and just throw it on the floor. Hopefully she won't take off after it. Yeah, I kind of spoiled them. I've been waiting patiently for hubby to make me a cat tower, and he just kept hawing around about it, which he works and everything, and he does woodwork on the side. But finally, whenever we got our new baby, I just said, I'm just going to go and get a cat tower. So he ran to Walmart and got her one, and they absolutely love it. They ignored it for the first day. And when Woody gets up there on the very top, it's kind of scary because I'm thinking he's going to break it. But the platform is pretty wide on the top, and the other one is too. So, but she'll get up there just to playing with them. And Luna, though, she kind of takes off. She still hisses at her, and Luna hisses at her and takes off and everything. But Woody don't. He gets up there and he really plays. And at first I was kind of concerned about Woody being so much bigger than her, and I just thought he might play a little too rough or something with her. But no, he ran and hid. It was the funniest thing, and he hid right underneath this recliner, and I don't know how he got underneath there. But now they play. They get up there, and I've got some really cute pictures of them. If I can insert them, I'm gonna try. Probably, I think what it is, if I make my videos super long, like that one, and I was trying to add pictures, I don't have enough room on my phone that'll let me. So, and for some reason, it won't let me put it on my, even if it's on my SIM card, it won't upload from my SIM card or save it to my phone. I don't know. It's just so confusing. But anyhow, yeah, I don't know what kind of I don't know, can you see the color of her? She's really pretty. And you know what is crazy about this? It was this time last year when my cat Allie started getting sick, and then it was the 17th of next month that we had to say goodbye to her. And it's crazy how this cat showed up about that time. And she's almost, come here, kitty. Hey, She said, don't bother me. She's almost like Allie, the markings and everything. Allie was just a little bit darker. So isn't that crazy? She's more tan like. You know, wow. Yeah. So anyhow, she's a good kitty so far. She does like to climb though, let me tell you. She's already, my blanket that I have on the back of my recliner here, I've already had to fold the back up on the top because I happened to look over there and she had it in her, it was hanging off of it. And so I ran over there and got her off of it, and I flipped the back of it up on the back of the recliner, and I said, oops, she didn't do nothing to it. And then the other one over here, I had to do the same thing for that one. She was really tearing into that recliner, and so I had to kind of put the blankets a certain way where she won't you know, snag them too bad. Now, one of my friends up here asked me about this blanket here, and I need to show it, and I keep forgetting. She was wanting me to show this, and this is a minus all the kitty hair in my hair. This is a pattern by Jayda Institches, and it is done in the half double crochet, and it's just a scrappy blanket. And boy, howdy, do I ever have a lot of hair on there. I think I got more than the cats do. But it is half double crochet, and it is just a scrappy blanket where I held 2 strands together, if you can see it there. And she does have a video tutorial up there, and I'll put it if you'd like to make you one. And it is a lot of fun, and you do use up the scraps. And that's what I did here. I had a lot of sparkle yarn in this one that I had that I wanted to include it in this. So I think it's so pretty, and I love it. And it is heavy, and I like it. This is what I use at night whenever I'm working on a project other than my blanket. And I'll just sit there with it on mostly my feet, and use this. So yeah, and I don't remember what size of hook. I'm sure it'd probably been a 5.5 or a 6, being that I used 2 strands to make it. And there's Woody. He goes, Mama, what are you doing? Oh boy. He says, what are you doing, Mama? Come here, buddy. You want to come over here? He says, I just want to lay on the blanket. I see you're working on something. But anyway, I'll put a link down to that video if you'd like to check it out. And that's my second one. My first one that I did, it was my first, actually my second blanket, I think. But anyway, it wasn't very good. I did bad on it. What it was, instead of it being straight on the edge, one was kind of, I don't know what I did wrong. But anyway, that's my second one. So I need to show it to you. But anyhow, I got to get going on this. I'd like to get this done. I kind of want to get it on my bed before Valentine's Day is what I'm after. You want my other blanket? Oh, he's wanting attention now. You'll watch him. He'll start turning his head, and he'll put his paw up here. See, he's wanting love. You want to help me crochet? He says, no, I just need you to pay attention to me for a minute, like I don't pay attention to him. But he's real cute about when you're sitting there working on something. He'll take his little paw and he'll put it up here on your chest and on your face, and he'll turn his head sideways and like, Mama, are you going to talk to me? So here he goes. I think he just wants attention. Like a little kid wants attention. Come, you want up here? Come here. You want to get up there with your new sister? No. But anyhow. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can insert one of those pictures of him on that tower and her. He was so cute. I was so excited when I seen it. And they like it right there because they got a view of all the birds and the squirrels that show up. And boy, do they like it too. But yeah, it's really starting to be very nice outside. I'm glad too, because I'm tired of the cold weather. My bones are tired of it. My feet are tired of it. I think I got arthritis in my feet, and boy, it's just, yeah, I'm ready for some warm weather. My body's ready for warm weather. You know, if I didn't have to get out in it as much as I do, it wouldn't be so bad. I could just kick back and drink me some coffee and crochet away, but I have to get out there a lot, especially on the very cold days. I have to get out there quite often and check on everybody, you know, my farm animals, and see how they're doing and all that kind of stuff. And it sure is pretty though when you have all that snow on the ground and you see all them birds. And I've never seen so many cardinals. We don't have no snow on the ground, but yesterday we had cardinals to galore. I'm not kidding. Males and females. It was it was stunning. I've never seen so many, in the little sparrows and stuff like that. And you know, speaking of snow, actually my neighbors over there still had a strip of snow in their yard yesterday. And I noticed that whenever I was going to town, last week sometime, a lot of people still had a lot of snow in their yard. So I don't know. You know, I told hubby, I said, you would think that being that we're surrounded by pine trees the way we are, and we don't get that much sun, that, you know, we would have. I had to look and make sure I was recording. I just got to thinking I couldn't see the time on the bottom of the phone, and I thought, I've been sitting here talking to myself for 15 minutes, and it ain't recording, but it is. But anyway, we're surrounded by all these pine trees and everything, and every bit of the snow, it's gone. Even on the north side where we don't even hardly get any sun, right up against, you know, not too far out from the house either, right up against the house, all the snow is gone. But over there where it's more in the open and everything, they still had snow. I don't get it. And everybody that I've seen going into town in the wide open area still had snow. So that is just weird. I don't know if wind has anything to do with it, because, you know, when you got a lot of trees, it blocks a lot of the wind. But anyhow, it was beautiful. But I'm ready for my springtime now, and get out there. And I planted some bulbs this last fall, and I still got some I need to plant. And I don't know if it's too late. I don't know. Sometimes I'm just one of those. I'll just do it. And if they come up, good. If they don't, then I guess it wasn't meant to be. I'll just do it again this fall or something. But sometimes I run out of steam. And as soon as it starts getting cold, well, it's time for me to go in and start working on crochet. And then when it gets spring and summer, I'm like, oh, time to go outside. I'm going to do my best, though, not to disappear for so many months like I did this last year. I gotta work that out. But yeah, I've got some projects. I need to do a video and show you guys what I got some finished projects and stuff, and I'm super excited about it. And I want to get up here and show you guys. But anyhow, I anxious to get this one done so I can get it on my bed for Valentine's. I'm sure I'll leave it up there probably till it starts getting warm and I won't need it on there anymore. But I got my one on there that I actually started it's been more than a couple of years ago. It was when I was trying to do the temperature blanket, and I didn't know what I was doing, and that thing turned out humongous. It was a corner to corner, and finally I just gave up and finished it out. And makes a good bedspread, though. I'll tell you what, it's kept me and hubby, it's kept us warm, you know. They're nice and toasty. But and I really like one on the bed too. They're really pretty. But anyhow, I got my dryer going in the background, and looky there, I got me a knot. Well, when it does that, I don't trust them knots. I usually take out, a little bit, and I take my trusty scissors, and I'll whack it and start over a little bit. If I'm going to do a knot, it's going to be me doing a knot. Whenever they have the knots in the yarn like that, I've never have left one because I'm so afraid it's gonna come undone. So I just leave a long tail here, because I'm one of those. I do leave a long tail whenever I do that. I'm probably overdo it with the weaving in ends. I've had one that come undone a little bit, and I think it's because I didn't weave it in enough, or and stuff. So I've learned from that point on that I do weave in my ends. So, and then I'll tie a little knot in that, and then I will just weave it in. And I'm fixing to tie a knot in as soon as I get this cluster after I tighten it up. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can do this without messing it up. But yeah, I've been wanting to get up here and do a little chat video. I thought today'd be a good day. Hubby's still at work, and thought I would try to get one done before he called, and all of that. Yeah, I've been feeling really anxious for some reason the last couple of days. I don't know. I can't sit still, and I want to do some spring cleaning. I got a lot of stuff I'd like to donate, and just do some cleaning and stuff. You know how it is. I don't know why I do. I do that about this time every year. Sometime in February, I start feeling kind of antsy and want to start, I guess, decluttering is what I could say. And then just go right back to the antique store and get some more. I am anxious to go to the antique store. That's what I was telling my kiddo. I really, really want to go so bad, but I'm just kind of waiting a little bit. Kind of waiting after the coldness and stuff like that, I guess you can say, or sick, sickness and stuff, and trying to avoid all that. So trying to stay well and everything, but I am anxious to go and see what all I could find. I'm anxious to see if I can find me some fabric and maybe some crochet books, or maybe some more crochet needles and stuff. I'm really anxious about that, and just see what I can find. I'd like to go to Hobby Lobby and see about getting me some more of that crochet thread. I really want some with different colors and stuff, and I don't even know what all colors that Hobby Lobby has. I keep forgetting to get up there and look online. Me personally, myself, I don't really like ordering things online unless I've already got one of it and I know what it looks like in person, because I've already got it and the way it feels. But just to order something I don't know anything about, I'm more of a visual, got to see it in person, the true color and the feel of it. And so I'm kind of would like to go and see what they have as far as all the colors go, because I am anxious to get some more made. I have so much fun making them, and I really, really would like to get going on it and make some more. And Julie, hi Julie, from what is her channel name? KS Mom, KF Mom. I don't know. She's got a YouTube channel, guys. I never can remember the name of it, but I'll have a link down to it down below. Julie, you inspire me so much to make some of those doilies that you show and everything. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. And I do, and I want to make one of those dolls that you see like way back in the day where they had what they call bed dolls. I want to make one of them so bad. I don't know where you find the dolls. I mean, I got some Barbie dolls that I guess I could try to make a dress for them. And I think Glenda from Creative Grandma, I think she's got some tutorials on how you can make that, if I remember right. And doilies and everything. And of course I learned how to make them by watching Jayda. And I really want to make that doll bed one, and Julie has made some absolutely stunning ones, and she just showed one, and I need to finish watching that video. I watched a little bit of it last night, but she showed, I'm up to the part where she's talking about this doll. You're talking about that doll with that beautiful dress on it, and I'm like, oh gosh, I want to make one like that. And I automatically got up there on the app on Walmart to see if they had any 14-inch dolls, and of course they didn't. And my mind gets to thinking about all these antique stores I've been to, and back in the day, flea markets where you could find those dolls like they had back in the day. They'd put in the middle of the dress, the crochet dress is what I'm trying to say. Or you'd even see them in the middle of the toilet paper rolls, toilet paper covers. Yeah, and I think my aunt even made some like that. And I remember seeing those dolls. You could find them, I mean, just everywhere. I mean, and you didn't even think, I didn't think about it. I didn't crochet back then. And so what I would give to run across some of those dolls now, and so I can make me some of them. Oh, I just think that'd be so cool. And I'd make one for my bathroom. I am, and I started it last year. I started making a toilet paper cover of a poodle. The pink poodle. And because I've redone my bathroom, from back then and back in the day, and I'm wanting to incorporate it in there, and I've got it sitting in there on my craft table, and I still haven't finished it yet. You guys remember the poodle hairspray can cover I made? Oh, that was so much fun. And so I'm wanting to do the poodle toilet paper cover, and like I said, I'm just winging this one. And I started working on it, but as far as I got it, I don't really think I like a whole lot, to be honest with you. I just, you know how it is when you get to working on something, then you get sidetracked or you get burned out and you just don't pick it up. Well, I need to pick it up because, Julie, you've inspired me to make one of them, and I'm going to. But anyway, Walmart didn't have any of those 14-inch, and I thought, man, I need to go to some antique stores and see if I can find any. I'm sure, because I think she said she found hers online on Amazon, and I need to just see about if I can find some. I like to find the original ones, those little ones that you know they put in the middle of the toilet paper rolls with the dress and cover the toilet paper. Oh, I just love them so much. I do. I love that, and I would like to learn how to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna. And I've got. I don't know if I got a couple of books that might have that in there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. But like I said, I know Glenda. I'm almost 100% sure she's got tutorials on it. I'll have to go check it out and see. And so anyway, Julie, thank you so much for inspiring me. You do such beautiful work, and when you see those doilies on your back wall on your videos, it's like, oh, I need to do that. I want to do that. I want to repaint my craft room, to be honest with you. But boy, howdy, is that going to be a job. My craft room is turned into like a catch-all room. You know how it is when you got that room and you got stuff and you got to put it somewhere. Well, my craft room turned into that. And so I need to get in there. And that's what I'm wanting to do, is I'm wanting to declutter, get rid of some stuff that needs to go bye-bye. I need to make sure I'm doing this right, because the other day I had to rip out like 3 rows. And repaint my room. And I really want to think about the color I want to put in there this time. And just take my time and decorate it the way I need to. I mean, I know I need a place to put stuff, the catch-all, you know how it is. And I need to do that. But I really want to turn that in more of a crochet, more than what it is and stuff. So yeah, I'm anxious to do something like that. I just got to figure out what color I want to paint it. I did some painting last year. Yeah, in my sewing room. Okay, where are we at, Ange? Think about it now before you start messing up. I painted my sewing room, and I still need to get in there and hang things on the wall. There's things that I'm looking for that I don't even know if it's possible, if it's even out there in the world. But it's, you know, pertaining to sewing. I'd love to get me a mannequin. I'd like to get my hands on a vintage one. To be honest with you, I'd love to get me one of those mannequins from like back in, I think it was back in the 70s maybe, or 80s. I know that where we used to live, the landlord daughter had a mannequin, and they loaned it to me, and it was a vintage one, and I'd give anything if I could have got that from them. But they didn't want to sell it or anything, and I did use it. And because I used to sell clothes on eBay back in the day, and so I would use that mannequin to put things on, just take pictures and everything. And boy, I'd love to have that mannequin now. But it was old. It was an old one. It might have been from the 60s for all I know. But anyway, I'd love to have an old vintage one and just have it in the corner in there, because there's enough room in there to put one. I don't want to put too much in there, because, you know, when you're making quilts and stuff, you got to have some room, at least I think I do, to do all of what you got to do. I mean, you don't really have to have that much room. I mean, my mom used to quilt on the kitchen table. I mean, what am I saying? But yeah, I'd like to paint it, and I just don't know what color I want to paint it yet. That's going to be, I don't know. I don't really want to paint it just white or off-white, because I know everything will look good with the off-white. Everything will show, but I don't know. I want to paint my utility room and do it in a back in the day theme is what I'm wanting to do. But I don't know. We'll see. That means I'd have to move the washer and the dryer, and I should have got some paint whenever our washer, when we had to replace our washer just not too long ago, and we had to pull the dryer out to put a new dryer old duct thing on it. Actually, it was me that when your hot water tank, you have to drain your hot water tank. We weren't going to be able to run a hose all the way through the house and run it out the door, because it took a little while to drain it. So I had the idea. I told hubby, I said, well, why don't we just pull the dryer out because my hot water tank's in the utility room. I said, why don't we just pull the dryer out, take the vent thing off the back, and just run the hose back out there, and there you go. And he said, I never would have thought of that. I said, yep, I think that would be the easy thing. So that's what we did, and it worked. And, well, this video is just all over the place, ain't it? That's what chat videos are for. Just talk about whatever. And they're my favorites. I love getting up here and working on a project and just listening to somebody in the background. Just chat away, and I don't care. Whatever. Chat away about whatever. But yeah, I should have painted it then whenever all that was out, because that's a job, moving all those appliances. And not too long ago I mentioned our refrigerator went out. Well, guess what? I think it's trying to go out again, but this time I think it's the thermostat. It wants to keep everything in my refrigerator in the 20s. So far, nothing's frozen yet. And I told hubby, I said, I think the thermostat's trying to go out. And so, yeah, nothing's frozen. But boy, when I get those strawberries out and try to cut into them, you can tell they're hard to hang on to, because they freeze your hand. And so I guess we're going to have to see about what it's going to cost us to do about a thermostat. And if it's going to be too expensive, I ain't doing it. I told Abby, I said, we could have probably bought another refrigerator for what we paid to get that one fixed whenever the blend door had to be replaced. And I told him, I said, if it's going to cost us a fortune, I ain't doing it. I'm just going to turn it off. I'm going to clean it up, and I'm going to turn it into a storage bin. Yes, I am. And then I'm going to just get some little old bitty fridge, because we don't keep a whole lot in our. I mean, it's got enough in there where it shouldn't be at 20-something degrees, but I don't store a whole lot in my refrigerator. We just want something big enough just for what we need, and that's it. And so we'll see. I hope it's just I'm sure it's an easy fix from what I understand. We just got to get somebody out here to do it. And boy, I'm tired of all of that. I'm just ready for it to go smooth, and I'm ready for it to be, it's nice and sunny out today. I'm hoping it'll be really pretty to where I can do a video outside. I got to clean my table off first though, because we've been piling bird seed on top of it for all the birds to have a place to eat there too. Whenever we had all the snow, it was so pretty. And then now the squirrels have taken over. I got my wheelbarrow out there next to my table when I was messing around in the yard the other day, and now they're climbing all over that wheelbarrow, jumping off the table onto the wheelbarrow. It's really funny to watch. We got a lot of critters around here. But anyhow, my kitty's missing. She's behaving back there. I'm sure she'd show up. But anyway, I never knew. I don't know if I already mentioned. I probably did and just don't remember talking about having her checked. They mentioned something about cat having allergies, asthma. I never knew a cat could get asthma. I knew humans and everything, and I think I knew maybe about chihuahuas or something. I don't know. But cats could get asthma, and it kind of surprised me. And so that's why I'm going to get her checked and find out. Take her this week and get her checked out. I mean, she's doing fine and everything. But, hopefully it's not that. Hopefully I'm just not giving the antibiotics enough time, which I basically self-diagnosed her myself, thinking, because a cat can get a cold from a human. And so that's what I was thinking. And it was really cold too when they found her. So, but she is, I just put too many chains there. She is really loving it here now with the other kitties here. She's going to be spoiled, I can tell you that much. Yeah, I'll have to get some video of her when she's playing and stuff. It's really cute. But anyhow, yeah, I think the next color I'm going to put in is going to be, see how that almost blends in too much? I was kind of not wanting that, but I guess after I put this one in, I'm going to put 3 rows of white, and then I'm going to put it on my bed and see how it goes. But like I said, I'm anxious to see how the border is going to look around this. I don't know how she does it. Oh, I hope I'll be have patience for it. And I need to get that, my fall one, that rectangle one that that I started, what was it, last fall? One of Jayda's patterns, the rectangle one. I did it in all those fall colors. I need to get that thing going so I can have it on the bed for this next fall. But yeah, I mean, I don't really like a whole lot on it. So I need to get it going. But anyhow, I guess I need to go check my dryer, and still ain't got a timer for it. I'm just waiting for it to stop. So, you know, by then, if it does, I'm just gonna hang my laundry up outside. I've hung my laundry up a many a time with weather the way it is right now, and it'll still dry. I've hung laundry up in the snow, and yep, good old days. Oh, I think I've talked about it a million times up here, hanging laundry in the snow. I love hanging laundry up outside. I like the way it smells. I do. And when you have asthma and stuff, you kind of got to be careful about smells and stuff like that. There for a while, what was it, last year I think it was, maybe, before I found out I had asthma, or maybe it was a year before, I got to noticing smells were really getting to me, like colognes and like just aerosol sprays and stuff. And I thought, I told my hubby, I said, man, I can't handle that for some reason. He puts car fresheners and stuff in the car, and I would have to have him take them out because I couldn't breathe. And it was like very, very sensitive, and just couldn't hardly breathe and everything. And I didn't know at the time I had asthma, and kept wondering why, I've had this cough. I was blaming it on, at the time, which it would cause it, was some blood pressure pills that I was taking, which I'm not on them anymore. And so I thought maybe it was that, but I hadn't been on them, and I thought, well, why is it still doing it and everything? Well, come to find out, it's the asthma cough. And I didn't know that, but there's certain things I have to be careful and watch. And like whenever I go to Walmart and I go into the detergent aisle, I know people probably think, what's her deal? I have to go through there, and I usually have to put my shirt over my face like this because I can't handle the smells. It absolutely tears me apart. I can't breathe, and I can't do candles anymore. I can't do anything like that anymore because it sets it off. Even the weather, if the weather's a certain temp outside, I find it, I can't breathe hardly I struggle is what I'm trying to say. And I'm sure these pine trees don't help none with all the pollen that gets on them. And boy, I dread this spring. Yeah, and I've been, I have that. My hubby went and bought me that respirator type mask that they use for like when they spray paint and stuff like that. And it works. I use it whenever I'm having to put hay or straw out and stuff like that. And I actually used it when I dusted. I know you're probably going to think, how much dust you got in your house? Well, I actually used it whenever I was cleaning house, and it worked. Because I told hubby, I said, because I did dust my house one day, and I couldn't handle it. I told hubby, I said, something's got to give here. It's either I leave for the day and you dust, which that ain't going to happen, or you hire somebody to come out here and do this, which ain't going to happen. And anyway, or we got to figure something out. And I'd wear a regular mask, but it wouldn't work. So he went and bought me one, and it does work. And so I use it whenever I have to do some dusting, because it don't take much. And I wear it, and it does help me with my breathing. And I wear it outside. I'm sure when people drive by, they think, what in the world? But I don't care, because, I want to be able to breathe. And I have an inhaler, but I've only used it one time. And so I'm one of those, I try to go with, do my own, take care of it myself. Try to see what I can do. But anyhow, and I know certain foods, which I eat about the same thing every day. I'm sure people would classify me as a boring eater. You wouldn't want to come to my house to have supper, because you'll be getting the same thing every day. Yeah. But my hubby, he, bless his heart, I will cook something different for him if he don't like whatever I'm eating. But he's one of those ones, he'll just go fix it himself. We just don't do a lot of cooking. Like I said, bless his heart. But my sweet neighbor, I just love my neighbor. She is a sweetheart. She'll call. And when I see, she calls me and I see her number on my phone, I went, oh, it's either stew or chili. And sure enough, she'll say, would y'all like some chili? And I'll never turn you down on that. And then, so we get the chili and the stew. And she is a sweetheart. And I love my neighbors. We are blessed with some wonderful neighbors. And so, anyhow, well, I've gotten what? How many rows I got in? Oh, I'm on my second row while I'm sitting here talking. You know what I did the last time I worked on this? It's got 4 clusters before you get to the valley there. And then you go uphill till you get to the hill, or what do you call it? There's the valley and the hill. I don't know. Well, I forgot, and I was putting the clusters in the valley too. And I did like 2 rows like that. And then I couldn't figure out. And this old gal here tried to figure out how I could fix it without having to rip it out, and it just didn't look right. I'm one of those, I will go around it if I have to and try to fix it a certain way where, you know what, I ain't ripping it out. But I had to rip it out because it didn't look right. And then I tried to not make the gaps so big in there. So I have to really pull it tight. See if I can do this. And then I catch myself, knowing me, then I catch myself wanting to chain in between. I got to make sure I'm not. And then I snag it. Well, this is probably telling me it's time to get off and go check your dryer. But anyhow, there we go. I got it, guys. There we go. Almost to the hill. Got to climb that hill before you go back down that hill and hit the valley. I've been feeling like I've been in the valley the last few days. I don't know what it is. I was telling my kiddo, I just feel so anxious and can't sit still and want to get started on something. And once I get started, I'm sitting there working on, I think, I can't sit here and work on this. I need to go outside and do something. I mean, I'm all over the place. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know. But I don't like it. I think I just need to go for a drive. I need to tell hubby, just get your car out. Let's go for a drive. I'll take me some crochet maybe and work on it while we're going down the road. I can work on something, and it don't make me sick when I work on something, but then I'll be missing out on a lot if I don't look up, which I can crochet a lot without looking at it, but then I look and I've made some mistakes. But I miss out on a lot of things that I need to go. So I just need to leave my crochet home and just enjoy the day. And then enjoy it when I get home watching my Perry Mason. Oh, and by the way, Miss Jinx here, she likes watching Perry. I got a picture of her watching it. And I was telling my kiddo, I said, I sent her the picture and I said, she's watching TV. And she said, yeah, that's what she was doing over here too, watching TV. She's a TV watcher. So she does. She likes watching TV. Matter of fact, who was I watching? I was watching somebody last night. They were working on something. And I don't remember who it was now. And I had it laying right here on the floor. And she was just watching away. And I was like, are you watching them crocheting? So, yeah, she was just watching away, looking at what they were doing and listening to what they were saying. So, yeah, I think it's sweet. She's a good girl, and I'm glad she showed up at their house when she did. Yeah. So, anyway, I love my cats. I guess you can probably tell, huh? My daughter knows I could have 100 of them, if not more. But I do. I love the cats. But anyhow, I guess I'm going to hop off here. I need to go check my dryer and see how that's going. I'm sure it's done by now. It's probably really done. I need to put it on cool down. Nothing like running that light bill up even more. And boy, howdy, I dread seeing our light bill. Yeah, that heater running as constantly as it was, and then running the little space heater in the bathroom when you go to take a shower because you don't want to freeze to death when you get out. I feel pretty good though this year. I was telling my daughter, um, the last few years I've been freezing to death. I don't know what it was and everything. Well, I'm not freezing as much now because I kind of started putting on a little weight and I needed to. I was getting a little too thin. I was getting down there, and so I'm feeling better, and so now I don't feel like I'm freezing and stuff because I was absolutely freezing and everything. So yeah, and it's a good thing because I needed to, and I've even had somebody comment to me that they could tell because I looked healthier, I looked better. I guess they said I could tell you gained some weight, and I thought, okay, well, thank you, because I do feel better, and I was not feeling very good there for a while, so I still don't feel the best with this asthma, and it comes and goes. I have my good days, and I have my days that I have to deal with it and everything, but I just give it to God. So, but anyway, I guess I'm going to hop off here. And oh my goodness, I've almost made this 50 minutes, guys. Wow, I really had a little bit to say. It was just all over the place, wasn't it? But anyway, I guess I'm going to hop off here and go check on my dryer. And then I've actually got a roast in the oven that I was supposed to cook it yesterday, and the expiration date was yesterday. But you know what? It's okay. It's still good. I just kind of forgot about it. I usually go from chili to roast, and then from roast to chili. And in the mornings I'm a big time egg eater, which boy howdy are they expensive. Golly, I cannot believe that. And it's sad because my chickens quit laying. Of course, they're going to this time of the year, but I'll get one or two every few days or something like that. But my hubby's got a friend that he gets them from, and we get them at a really good deal. And Kelly, hi Kelly from Crochet Ball for Life. I wouldn't have paid $8 for a dozen eggs either. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe that. And I thought, when hubby, he was having to stop to go in and pick up some eggs one time. I think it was at the Dollar General. They were like $4.50, and I was like, wow. Walmart was a little cheaper, but there's no way I'm gonna pay $8 for a dozen of eggs. But I do eat a lot of eggs. I'll tell you how many eggs I eat. I was eating like between 6 to 8 eggs a day, and nearly a pound of bacon, and 2 avocados, but now I eat like probably at the most now 5 eggs, and I haven't ate bacon in a while, and I need to. I miss it. But I will take a couple of avocados too, and I'll chop it up and put it in with my eggs and some tomato. And then sometimes I'll have like walnuts on the side and some strawberries, or it just depends on what fruit I have. And mostly it's either strawberries, blueberries, or raspberries. And that's what I eat every morning, every day. And I've been eating like that for a couple of years now. I used to eat other things, and I don't anymore. And so, yeah. But I am missing bacon. Matter of fact, I think I got some in the freezer. I need to get out, unthaw, and just cook it. I think I got 2 packs. I might just do that. I think I will. But I can tell you one thing. I ain't paying that for eggs. And my girls better get the layings, all I got to say. It's probably cheaper to go buy the eggs than it is to go get the food for them. Yeah. But anyway, I do love my chickens. I love hearing them in the background, my roosters and all of that. And so hopefully they'll get to laying some more, and I won't have to, go and I don't mind buying them from my his friend and everything. We get them from him. I think he charges like $2 a dozen. You can't beat that. Anyway, we get them from him, and I do love my eggs. But anyway, I'm going to quit rambling. I'm going to hop off here, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful, blessed day, and everything that I talked about, my blankets, whatever, the one that's back there that Luna's laying on, it'll be in the description box if you want to check it out. And then the one I'm working on, hopefully by the next time I have this show you guys, it'll be done. I love this so much. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a wonderful, blessed day. I'm sorry I made it too long. But anyway, I'll be chatting to you guys real soon.